New aged care industry labour agreements will aim to boost recruitment and retention in the sector. Under the new agreement, temporary migrant workers will have access to union support the moment they start work. Employers will be encouraged to negotiate with unions, and the Department of Home Affairs will prioritise the processing of associated visa applications. Aged Care Minister Anika Wells says the new deal will help streamline employment and the visa process for overseas workers. And for more on this, joining me live is Gerard Hayes from the Health Services Union. Gerard, thanks so much for your time. It's good to see you again. So these new changes to working visas and this new agreement that's coming in, it's about streamlining and making the process faster so that foreign worker can seek permanent residency. Is that right?
That's right, and something that's probably been relatively informal over many, many years, but certainly Australia relies on overseas workers to support the aged care industry. So this will be a great step forward to be able to actually deal with the workforce issues that we currently see.
And under the current arrangements, what's stopping a working visa holder from talking to a union straight away?
I think, the access to these workers have been difficult, and I think it's also a matter of actually trying to educate people that the unions are there available. Now, it's really important to note that over the past 4 to 5 years, the unions have been instrumental in lobbying for the funding enhancements, and obviously in the Fair Work case, enhancing the current 15% and all going well 25%. So it makes it attractive and affordable to be in the aged care sector.
Is this going to boost your numbers?
It will, but at the moment we're struggling in aged care. We've seen in New South Wales in the upcoming weeks, 3 facilities will close. A lot of this is due to workforce at the moment. So if we, as I said, if we can get the wages right and we can actually get the workforce available to work, we can start to shore up aged care in the future. Because as you know, we've got an ageing population, and what we do now will benefit Australians probably in the next 10 years.
And does this change mean that unions will have more negotiating powers with employers?
Look, I don't think it's a matter of power. It's a matter of actually what we've been fighting for a long time, is to make sure that workers are protected and looked after, but at the same time that the community's actually got a aged care sector that they can actually rely on. And it's clearly the Aged Care Royal Commission identified the problems there. So I think we've been able to show over the past 4 to 5 years, we have worked very cooperatively with employers, those employers who really aren't fit for purpose of leaving the industry. But I think we're in a good place to work collectively now to for the betterment of the community and obviously our members as well.
A 15% pay increase for aged care workers at a cost of $11.3 billion. You must be pleased at what's coming up in the budget for the sector. What's been some of the reactions from your members to the change?
Oh, look, it's moving in the right direction, but clearly there's more to do. 15% sounds like a lot of money, but when you're coming off a base of $21 an hour, it's not quite there. Our case in Fair Work is targeting 25%. And a big reason for that is aged care workers can go into the disability area today and get a 25% pay increase. So it's really about attracting and retaining people in the aged care sector. This is going some way to dealing with that, and I credit to the government that they've taken steps that no other government has taken. But at this point in time, there clearly is still more to do.
And the government is conceding that they're not going to be able to have a registered nurse on every shift 24 hours a day in every aged care centre because there's just not enough staff. But in the budget, there's a $50,000 bonus for Australian Defence Force personnel who re-enlist to boost numbers. In order to get that registered nurse on every shift, should the government do a similar thing for nurses? Because I know quite a lot of them quit after COVID.
Well, this is a real global workforce issue now. So having a nurse 24/7 would be great. But we got to look at sort of the remote areas, regional areas. Are these people there? And clearly they're not. So it would be a great idea to be able to do that, but we've got to deal with the reality. And there is a global shortage of nurses. So where we're actually going to get these people. So we've really got to work out what can we do today in reality as opposed to what we're hoping for. And I think we're just going to deal with reality at the moment.
Gerard Hayes, thanks so much for your time this morning.